So we like to read this. Devaki Nandana Krishna Gita Patina Tushyate Tatana Vidaye Danina Yagna Tirthavataribihi. The son of Devaki, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, cannot be satisfied by anyone's study of the Vedas, charity, sacrifice, pilgrimage, or vows as much as he is satisfied by the devotional recitation of the Gita. Vaishnava Tantriya Sala 22. So as we can seeking the blessing of Sri Sri Nitai Gaurangarai, a special deity. Here in Subranjaya, this is Gaur Nitai. Sri Sri Nitai Gaurangarai. Nitai, this is Nitai Gauranga. Gauranga is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, incarnated 500 years ago. The deity we worship here, the temple of Subranjaya, Rai, Penang. And this is Sri Nityananda. So Nityananda is the Balaram, Krishna's brother. So Gauranga, Nityananda. Yeah. Very, very merciful incarnation. Namo Mahavadanyaya, most merciful incarnation of the Lord. So let us start with the prayers to invoke the mercy of Lord Krishna so that we are able to understand the message of Bhagavad Gita. So chant it together. Om Jnanati Mirandesya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasnaya Bhutani Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devan Gurvari Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasatadi Shatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhaktina Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we dedicate this presentation to His Grand Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and we'll be reading from Gita Mahatmya. Who would like to read here? Maybe Vimala Mataji, you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Nasnurti na padati kidam amta rupinam hastatva tyaktva mritam praptam sanaro visham anuste.
Okay, yeah.
Vaishnava Tantra Sara 17.
Thanks, Madhavi. Translation.
One who neither recites nor hears the Gita, which is the embodiment of ambrosia, drops nectar from his hand in order to drink.
Yeah, this is the potency of Bhagavad Gita. Simply reading ambrosia, embodiment of ambrosia. So we are the embodiment. We can become immortal by simply hearing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So just a drop of nectar from this hand in order to drink the poison. So this is the potency of Gita. So when you are daily you are recite the Bhagavad Gita, so you attain immortalities. So we are in the chapter 10, the opulence of the absolute. So in the chapter 9, yesterday we saw the last verse. Krishna, what Krishna say in the last verse? Anyone could remember? 4 things he is saying. Krishna telling four things to do. Anyone could remember?
Chanting.
Manmanam ad bhakto. Yeah, remembering him. Yeah, remembering him. Then Manmanam ad bhakto madhyaji man namaskuru.
Offer obeisances.
Yes, offer obeisances, namaskuru. Then madhyaji.
Madhyaji,
worship. Correct. And then
completely absorbed in Lord Krishna.
Completely absorbed. How? By worshipping, by remembering him. Manmanama Bhakto. So now the first part of Krishna say mana. So the engage your mind, think of me. So Krishna is telling, think of me. Then now the chapter 10, so Krishna is saying how to think of him. Here we will tell his qualities. So when you want to know someone, thank you. I got a garland from Pujari. Hare Krishna. So if you want to know someone, so to think about person, so you should know the quality of the person, isn't it? So without knowing the quality of the persons or about him, a personal, we can't think of him. So now Krishna describing this in this chapter, his opulences. That's why this is state the opulence of the absolute truth. Absolute truth means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the opulence of the absolute. Okay, would you like to read? Yeah, maybe you request. Ramanik Prabhu,
Okay.
you are able to read?
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya Iva Maha Baho Sranu Me Paramam Vacha Yakteham Priya Manaya Vakshyami Hita Kamyaya.
Yeah.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained.
Yeah, thanks. So this is a confidential knowledge. It's not revealed to anyone. But this is, what is this qualification? In previous chapter, what we
Friend,
sing?
and
What's the
he's a
qualification?
friend and not envious of him.
Best friend.
The first verse, 9:1, Krishna said non-envious, isn't it? That's the qualification to reveal the confidential knowledge envious. And here Krishna telling, I'm telling you this, Almighty Am, because you are my dear friends. So these are two qualifications Arjuna possesses. He's a friend and he's non-envious. And he should be. So it's not giving, so that's why he's not giving everyone. You should know friendly towards Krishna. So if you're friends to someone, everything will reveal. So today we are going to be seeing what is Bhagavan. So from the chapter 2, we are hearing Bhagavan, Bhagavan, Bhagavan. So now Sri Bhagavan Vacha, we're going to see the opponents. That's why in the chapter 10 we are discussing on the Bhagavan. So Bhag means what? Here. Bhagwan, opulences, one who possesses all opulences in full. We may have some opulence, but it may not be full. You may have some beauty, but you may not have fame. But you may have a fame, you may not have wealth. You may have a wealth, you may not have renunciation. You may have a renunciation and you have no knowledge. You may have knowledge, but you not have strength. So we have some qualities from this Lord. But Krishna possesses all the appearances. That's why Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, the definition of Bhagavan means opulence that is given by Parasara Muni. Parasara Muni is a father of Veda Vyas. Veda Vyas, one who wrote all the Vedas. Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva spoke Bhagavad Gita, he repeated Bhagavad Gita, and then Lord Ganesh was writing Gita. So Vyasadeva father, Parasara Muni, he giving this definition from the scripture, quoted from the scripture. He said Bhagavan. Bhag means opulence, one means one possess the opulences. So this is the 6 opulences we can find in Krishna. What are the 6 opulences? First opulence. Aishwarya Samagrasya Vivashya Shastrya Jnana Vairagya Chaiva Samam Bhaga Itingana. It is said in the what do you call Vishnu Purana. This is mentioned in the Vishnu Purana. Sorry, Vishnu Purana mentioned this. Someone on the chanting. Okay. So beauty. What is beauty? Krishna possesses all the beauty. Anyone if beautiful, we get attracted, isn't it? So that's why Krishna is all beauty. So it's attracted, not only human, but attracted by animals, plants, bees, trees, attracted. So that's why Krishna, the root words of Krishna comes akarshan. Akarshan means all attracted. Krishna, akarshana means all attractive. It attracts everyone. Krishna is all attractive personality. Krishna means all attractive. So you've been attracted by all these animals in Vrindavan. Even Vrindavan, when they hear the flute of Krishna, the movable becomes stunned, and then the moving becomes stunned, and unmovable becomes movable. So after seeing Krishna's flutes and hearing seeing Krishna's beauty, so this is just like Putana also become mesmerized by seeing Krishna's beauty. So when he was even in the childhood, he was so attracted by Krishna. Everyone attracted by Krishna. Even when he returned to Dwaraka, all the residents come out and they are much attracted by Krishna. So everyone, when Krishna went to Dwaraka after the war, also when all these people assemble and receiving Krishna, so attracted to Krishna. So because of his beauty. So the God has his opulence, beauty, and fame. So fame, you can see this is our headquarters in Mayapur. So everyone knows, even here, our headquarters, this is before COVID, the picture taken. Not now, now we can't do assemble here. It's only 50 people out, this big area. But before COVID, many hundreds of people, hundreds countries, more than 100 countries all over the world, they comes and gather together and glorifying Krishna here in Mayapur. So because Krishna's known not only for Indians, but he's known to everyone, every living entities, all over the world, all the universe knows Krishna. So his fame spread all over 3 worlds, more than that. And then we see wealth. Krishna possesses all the wealth. See, for example, this is in Dwaraka city. Actually, Dwaraka city is not a mythology, it exists. Even recently also, the scientists found that Dwaraka city is sink in the ocean, and they found out many old ancient items from the ocean. This replica of Dwaraka city, and Krishna had 16,108 queens, and each queens Krishna created a palace, all the palace, and that palace Krishna presents in each and every palace he presents. So this is the opulence of Krishna. So it's none. Nobody could, even you can't, even you have one palace to maintain that is so difficult. And what speak about 16,108. Krishna got all these opulences. And then wealth. This is wealth. And then what are we seeing here? Strength. Yeah, strength. Krishna got all the strength. Even he's here. You know what is this picture?
Govardhan mountain.
Yeah, Govardhan Hill. So Krishna lifting Govardhan Hill in the age of 7 years old. In 7 years old, he was lifting just to teach Indra, because Indra is so puffed up with his opulence. I mean, for his he's thinking all the worship must go to him. So he is demanding from the Vrajavasis, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. But Krishna say you offer all this because it's a Vaishyas community, so they do they do some sacrifice, they do offering obliged to Indra, because Indra is giving rain for their vegetations and all. So they were worshipping Indra, but when Krishna told why you worship Krishna, Indra, you worship Govardhan Hill. So immediately Indra sent rain, thunder, and flooded entire Vrindavan, Govardhan. So then Krishna, just to protect the Vrajavasis, so he lifted the hill of Govardhan. It's become a big umbrella, and all the Vrajavasis taken shelter. The inhabitants of Vrindavan taken shelter under Govardhan hill. And this Krishna just lift only one small on the left hand side, left hand finger, left hand, the small finger. It's not very strong, but Krishna lifted 7 days and 7 nights holding this hill. So this is the opulence of Krishna's strength. And what we see here, what is this? Knowledge. Krishna is knowledge. We see here, we are reading Bhagavad Gita. So long we have been reading. Also, we could not, maybe myself, maybe, we are reading so many times Bhagavad Gita, but we could not understand. Because we are so limited. But Krishna's knowledge, he spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna within 46 minutes, 45, 46 minutes only. And that much knowledge, so much knowledge is given. And to Arjuna. So all this knowledge of Brahma, knowledge of Narayana, Mahavishnu expansion. So all this knowledge are given comes from the Lord. Veda says, Maham Veda Vidyu, Vedanta Krit, Veda Vijaham. I am the compiler of the Vedas, I am indeed to be known in the Vedas, Krishna say. And then renunciations. How you can see renunciation of Krishna? Renunciation also opulence, Not only beauty, fame, strength, knowledge, wealth, but renunciation also is a wealth, is opulence. What do you guys see here in this picture? How Krishna renounced? Anybody like to say? Anyone like to try?
Become the rider.
Yeah, chariot driver. He's a supreme personality Godhead. He got all these opulences, He got beauty, he got fame, he felt everything he has. He possessed. Yet, he also possessed this opulence, renunciation. He renounced everything and become chariot driver of his devotee. And imagine, chariot driver, chariot driver means what? Work. If Arjuna want to turn left or right, he can't talk, he can't speak during the war. So he has to put his leg in the shoulder of Krishna, the driver. I mean, this is a general rules. The driver, they have to put the leg in the driver's shoulder. So if we put in the left, so you have to turn left. You put in the right, they have to turn right. So left, right. So similarly, Arjuna, he put his feet on Krishna's shoulder. It's a driver. So Krishna taking all this. So Krishna renounced. It's not attached. Oh, I'm the supreme personality. How come you go put your leg in me? So we'll be, you know, if the king, is it possible to put in that to the king? Impossible. So, but Krishna accepted this. So this is the opulence of Krishna. Renunciation is another opulence. So we are seeing here today the 4 Chatusloka. So Chatusloka is a very important, it's the key verse of Bhagavad Gita. From these 4 verses created all these verses. Is a main, you can see that this verse, you don't have time to read total Bhagavad Gita. You can read these 10, 8, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11. If you learn this sloka, it is equivalent to learning the entire Gita, because this is the root of all the slokas, Bhagavad Gita. So you can memorize, be nice. Chatusloka start from about the opulence of Krishna. Let's see what Krishna say here. We request Anu Mala Mataji, Anupu Mala Mataji. Is it possible to read?
Okay. Yes. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samantbita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts.
Yeah, thanks, Mataji. So here Krishna declare himself, everything come from him. You know, nobody could declare this so far. But Krishna himself declared, yes, aham sarvasya, aham means I. I am the source of all spiritual and material, Krishna say, yeah. Everything emanates from me. This is a sastric evidence. Sastric evidence where Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we may say who is God, who this, that, but this is evidence from the scripture, authentic scripture. The wise who perfectly knows this engage in devotion service and worship me with all their hearts. So Ham Sarvasya Prabhavo means is all the spiritual and material worlds. Spiritual world, material world. So in the creation, you see, this is a described in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, explaining about the creations, how does creation take place, how Krishna's by Ham Sarva, as Krishna say here, Ham Sarvasya Prabhavo, everything emanates from me. It means the first expansion of Krishna. Krishna is Adi Purusham Tamaham Vajami. So he's a cause of all causes. He's a Shavan, he's a Brahma, says the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Nadi Radhi Govinda Sharvakaranam Karanam. I worship the final Lord Govinda, who is a opulence, is a Sarvakarana Karanam, is cause of all causes. So now he can see here Krishna expanding himself. From first expansion is Balaram. From Balaram comes 4 quadruple expansion. Vasudev, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And from Sankarsana, another quadruple expansion. And from there comes Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and Suryodaka Sai Vishnu. So this Mahavishnu lying down in the coastal ocean from his paws, from paws of Mahavishnu comes all innumerable planets, universes, innumerable universes. This is Mahavishnu lying down in the coastal ocean, and innumerable universes created from his paws. prosperation. And this is a universes here. You can see each and any. How many universe? Anybody like to say? Anybody have knowledge about this?
I think infinity.
Infinity, yeah, immeasurable, immeasurable. Actually, it is mentioned. Is one big back sack, sack guni. So you put all this mustard seed inside. Mustard seed, the small size, mustard seed. So you put in the bag, big bag. So that's much is the universes, innumerable universes. So in one universe, here you can take this one universe is contained 14 planetary systems, and Mahavishnu, this 14 planetary system where what you call the Garbhodakasai Vishnu lying in each this one universe, and then from his navel comes Brahma. In the lotus petal, it grows. The lotus petal grow. So in all the 14 planetary system created, Patala, Talatala, Rasatala, all these hellish planets, and then we are in the middle, earthly planet in the middle, and then upper planet is what do you call Shvarga, Bhurva, Shvarga, Rasatala, Janaloka, Mahaloka, Swatyaloka, Brahmaloka. This I is Brahmaloka, Satyaloka. So all these heavenly planets are 6, 7, be on the middle, and this 7 is below the hellish planet. So this 14 planetary system is created from Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and then each and every living entity, Kshirodaka Vishnu enter as a Paramatma, super soul. So this is the creations. So come from Krishna. Krishna expanded as Balaram, and it is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he says that, yeah, this is it's come all source is a source of all spiritual and material world. Material is a one third of spiritual creation. So, I mean, 1 portion is material, 3 portion is spiritual. Yeah. So this is his opulence. So you want to know the details. So you have to see, you have to read Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam described very nicely. And also in Bhagavad Gita 14:4, Krishna say, Sarva yona shikamtya murteya sambhavantya tasama brahma yoni aham bija pita. I am the seed-giving father of all living entities. Krishna declared that also in the chapter 14:4. Is a seed-giving father for living. This is so like this. Many we also seen in chapter 7. Mata paratara mani atkisti, just like a pearl string on the thread, everything resting in me. Krishna says this. This is so declaring. And Krishna is Supreme Lord. This is no doubt about it. Now Krishna telling his opulence in 10:8. Then now we speak about his devotee. Yeah, this is about his devotee. This Chatusloke. Main verse, key verse of Bhagavad Gita. First he was speaking about him, and then now we speak about his devotee. Yeah. So we request Gomati Mataji. You like to read, Mataji?
Mat Chita Mat Gata Prana Bodhayanta Param Kantayantas Cha Mam Nityam Tushanti Cha
Ramanti Cha, yes.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. So one who ever can see the thought of my pure devotee dwell in me. So the devotees thought, like Prabhupada here with his disciple, how eager they are on to hear Krishna Katha. So by their life and fully devoted to my service, Krishna service, they derive great satisfactions and bliss. So we have become satisfied and bliss from always enlightening, just like we are speaking about Krishna, so we enlightening each other. So Prabhupada enlightening his disciples. So one another by conversing about me. When you talk about Krishna, so we are derive great satisfactions. So the pure devotee dwell in me. So that's why to santicha ramanticha. Ramanticha means satisfied. So this is the secret of devotion by Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Symptoms of pure devotee is always given here. The mind cannot be diverted. So this mind is think of the lotus feet of Krishna. So how to think Krishna? Saying here, yes, the devotee are conversing, by conversing each other. So one can remember Krishna, yes. Then the next verse, first one about Lord, the second one about devotee, and then the third one is about him, the Lord, and his devotee, the reciprocation, the interactive between devotee. So let's see this very nice verse also. Would request Sharmini Mataji, you like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yes.
Krishna.
Tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te.
Yeah.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which
They can come to me. Yeah. Thanks, Mary. So, what is reciprocation of his pure devotee? So, how he reciprocate with his devotee? How? Those who are constantly devoted and serving. So how he
gives
gives
understanding.
Yeah, give more understanding about Krishna. So Krishna give understanding. So just like here, Dhruva Maharaj, so all his devotees are devoted, constantly serving, constantly chanting, constantly hearing about the Lord. Then finally Krishna reciprocate. Finally Krishna reciprocate with him. Yeah. And it's a wonderful verse actually. And Krishna say also, when depending on the purity of us, how Krishna will enlighten. So we are constantly purified by hearing, chanting, remembering, just like Dhruva Maharaj taking as a vow. So much determined to wanted to have a darshan of the Supreme Lord. So within 4 months, he took darshan. So there's the determination. So Krishna will reciprocate. Just like Prahlad Maharaj. We've seen Prahlad Maharaj is so much devoted to serving the Lord. And the Lord reciprocate with them. And we can see also how Krishna, the Pandavas, they are serving the Lord. They also thinking of Krishna. Arjuna is a friend. So Krishna serving, reciprocating with them. So like this, those are constantly devoted to serving with love. Priti purvakam, dridami buddhi yogam tam. So you give the intelligence within. And then how he reciprocate this verse. And then next, how he helped the devotees to come to him. So we like to request Kalai Prabhu.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay. Tesam evanukam kampartam aham ajnana jam tama nasami atma bhava sto jnana dipena basvata. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge, the darkness born of ignorance.
Ignorance. Yeah. So Krishna, thanks for. So not only Buddhi Yoga, but if there's some darkness, not only Krishna giving me Buddhi Yoga, but if it's in the darkness, we are in the dark, we are in some darkness, He will dispel it. The Lord destroy all the impediments and dispel the ignorance in the heart. So Krishna reciprocally in the heart. In the heart with the shining lamp of knowledge. So now Krishna giving us knowledge. Krishna giving Bhagavad Gita is full of knowledge to understand how to overcome from the Nisaim, darkness. So come to the light, come to understand the real purpose of human life, why we are suffering this material birth, that, old age, disease. So Krishna see our welfare. So Krishna, in order to see our welfare, in order to see this, so Krishna dwell in our heart, remove all this, destroy with a shining lamp, the darkness born of ignorance. Because we are always in ignorance. When you close your eyes, you are in the dark, isn't it? Yeah, even you have an eye, but there's no light. So you can't even see. So we are so much ignorant. This is material world is full of ignorance. But Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gave the knowledge, it is a touch of knowledge. So, and they are, when we are engaged in devotional service, Krishna help us to remove all these contaminations of material associations. So we are taken many births, many millions of births. We come Jalajanavalakshani from the aquatic, we become a plant, we become an insect, we become a bird, we become a beast, and then we become human. So much birth we are taken, but Krishna is giving here the ultimate goal to attain by remembering Vishnu, engaging in devotion service, so we free from all this. So by the help of Krishna, because without his help, we can't sustain life. So that's why, that's the reciprocation of the Lord within the devotees, and remove the darkness of ignorance. And the next verse, nice verse. This verse actually confirming, Arjuna confirming that he is a supreme. Arjuna is telling that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. We would like to request Som Subra Prabhu. You like to read it?
Yeah. Arjuna Ubacha. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Purusham Saswatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vivum. Ahustam Sarve Devasir Naradas Asito Devalo Vyasaswavam Chaiva Bravisime.
Yeah.
Arjuna said, "You are the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me."
Yeah, thanks, bro. So now Arjuna, after seeing Krishna's opulence, hear from Krishna, everything. So now Arjuna is declaring that Arjuna says, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma. Param Brahma means Brahman, the living entity. I mean, living force. Brahman, Parabrahman, Param Brahman. Brahman is the living entity. Param Brahma means the supreme Brahman, the super soul, the what you call Bhagavan. So Krishna, it says supreme Brahman. Divyam Adidevam Ajam Sasatamyam Puran. Divyam is a transcendental. You are eternal. It's your truth, absolute truth. You're eternal. You're transcendental. You're original person. Ajam Vibhum. Ajam. That's unborn. Ajam. Ajam means unborn. And greatest. Vibhum is greatest. And maybe sometimes people may say, oh, because Arjuna is a devotee of Krishna, so he may felt flattered. So saying that he is a devotee of Krishna, that's why he is saying that Krishna is a Supreme Personality Godhead. I'm devotee of Krishna, so because of that, I'm saying Krishna is a Supreme Personality Godhead. Not only, Arjuna said, not only me, but also all the sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So all the sages were talking about Krishna's supremacy, supreme truth, absolute truth. Now Krishna declaring himself, such a what do you call? His ultimate abode is absolute truth, is eternal, is transcendent, unborn. So Krishna's opulences is been revealed by not only by the sages, but Krishna himself declaring to Arjuna. So wonderful verse. And this is now we see the opulences, how we can understand the opulence of Krishna. Vishnu Dev, Prabhu, you like to read?
Yes. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Anta Te Kata Yami Divya Hi Atma Vibhutaya Pradandyata Kuru Sresta Nasti Anto
Anto Vistarash.
Vistarasya Me.
Yeah.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thanks. So nice. Now Krishna is declaring. Now Krishna is telling, yes, I will tell you. So because Arjuna accepted Krishna as the Supreme Brahman, so then now for the confirmation to remember him more, to attract to Krishna more. So Krishna was telling, he just want to splendor. He want to show his opulences. So by connecting to the material nature for the stages, so all these vibhuti mad, vibhuti means special manifestations of the Lord. His avatar. So he's explaining in the further text from this onwards, from after this onwards. So Krishna explaining about the nature, how we can relate the nature, chapi chapi aham, how to remember the Lord. So by relating to the nature. So you can see the next next verses also will be seeing Krishna declaring here, among the light I am the. You like to read? Maybe request you have to read like this, such a way. Mani Maranpu, your audio is okay?
Yeah, Prabhu, yeah.
Okay, you can read. Light I am sun.
Lights I am sun.
And yeah.
Stars I am moon. Mountain I am Meru. Immovables I am Himalayas. Water bodies I am ocean. Trees I am banyan. Rivers I am Ganga. Months I am Margasira. Seasons I am spring.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
So it says light. Actually, the moon is mentioned. The scripture, the moon and light is like an eye of the Lord. So sun, without sun we can't see. So the Lord says, among light, I am the sun. So sun is most prominent in light we get. And moon, star among the star is a moon. So you can see, so in the night you can see so many stars, but one moon is sufficient. So that is Krishna. And then Meru Mountains. You see a mountain, the highest peak mountain, Meru. Krishna say immovable is Himalaya. So all these, and then the trees, banyan tree. So banyan tree is not banyan tree is the biggest large trees, and because of that, Krishna, this is Krishna declaring here, yeah, I am the banyan tree. And then river, Ganga. Ganga is one of the largest river in the world, and purest. So because of that, Krishna say, yes, I am the river, Ganga. And month of Margasisha. Margasisha, no, Margali Masam. Margali Masam towards the end of year. That's month of Krishna. So that's why we do nice, puja for Krishna. They usually in the estate they take the lamp and they do kirtan, bhajan for the Lord's glorification. So, and it's a very nice month actually, Margashisha, Margashira. And then spring. Among the seasons, spring is a very nice. Spring is not so hot, it's not so cold. The just nice with a nice green, trees, the flowers. Very nice. Actually, we don't have the spring season in Malaysia, but other country like India, they have the spring. So this is the opulence of Krishna, nature. And the sages. So the sages, Sumati Mataji, you like to read? All this.
Okay, Prabhu. All of sages, I'm Vyasa. The great sages, I'm Bhrigu. Sages among demigods, I'm Narada. The priests, I'm Brihaspati. Perfected beings, I'm Kapila. Great thinkers, I'm Sukracharya and Sana.
Thanks, Madhuri. So of all sages, Vyasadeva, the compiler of the Vedas, so he's the greatest, he's also a literary incarnation of Krishna, literary incarnation. So he wrote the Vedas, Puranas, so it's all the sages. For all sages, is the great sage is Bhrigu. So Bhrigu is also a great sages, because one time Bhrigu wanted to test who is the supreme God. So he went to Brahma. So he was make Brahma angry. So Brahma chastised him and angry with him and chastised him. And then he went to Lord Shiva. So same thing, he agitate Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva become angry with him. And then finally he went to Vishnu. So when he went to Vishnu, so what he did, he didn't speak anything. He just goes straight away and kicked the chest of Vishnu. And then what will, how will Vishnu react? Anyone knows the story?
Vishnu will just hold the feet on his chest.
Yeah.
And speak in a very polite and softful to the person.
He said, oh, I may harm your leg because of my chest stones. You may hurt your leg. So he was telling this to Bhrigu. Actually, Bhrigu wanted to test who is the supreme godhead. So when Vishnu becomes so humble in that position, so he accepted, yes, you are the supreme God. Bhrigu, confirm it. But what happened? Lakshmi Devi not happy. Because Lakshmi is a reside in the heart of Vishnu. And when Bhrigu kicked, so he cursed, because of you are done this, so you are Brahmana. So Brahmana, they're going to be there's no opulence for the Brahmanas. They will be always poor. So that's why nowadays the Brahmanas always, cannot accumulate wealth. They are poor.
I've seen a lot of Brahmana who are super duper rich.
So even the rich also do not belong to them. But we are talking about the ensign. But of course, we can utilize everything in the service of the Lord. Yeah, but that's not a Brahmana thing. So, and Narada, see Narada, some sage among demigods. So Narada can travel, the spaceman, he can travel all over and his chant glorification Narada Muni Bhajana Vina Radhika Namina Name. So he was chanting the name of Radhika and Ramana by his Veena, by glorifying the Lord. So he can travel all over universe without oxygen, without the plane. So this is among this. And the priest and Brahaspati is a priest of the Devas, perfected being. Kapila Dev, you know the Kapila Dev? Kapila Dev mentioned the Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3. Kapila Dev is actually incarnation of Lord Krishna also. So he was giving philosophy on Sankhya philosophy, Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means the Sankhya means analytical study of the body and soul. We are seen in chapter 2. And also in chapter 13, there will be some discussion on this Sankhya philosophy. Okay, and Sukracharya, you know, the great thinker, Sukracharya, Kushana. So all this sage and then animal. Now Krishna also described the strongest animal, the appearance animals. Who like to read this? Maybe here who haven't done yet. Somebody here, Siva. Who is this? First time here? Siva Prabhu. You like to read? You unmute yourself. We have another person, Santa Ananda. Satananda.
Yeah.
You like to read, Prabhu? Among the horses, I am Uchit Shiva. You have to unmute yourself, Shiva Prabhu. Who else here? Aniza Mataji, you like to read?
Sure, Prabhu. Horses, I'm Uchra.
Hello. Uchaisrava.
Chesiva. Lordly elephant, I'm
Airavata.
Airavata. Cows, I am Surabi.
Surabi, yeah.
Serpents, I am Vasugi.
Yeah.
Many hoarded nagas, I am Anta. Fishes, I am Shak. Beast, I'm lion. Birds, I'm Garuda.
Garuda, yeah. Thanks, Madhavi. So Uchasrava is a horse. Horse is when the devas and demons churned the ocean of milk. When they churn ocean of milk, so the first you have to unmute. Someone have to unmute. Mute. Some sound coming in. Okay. So when first comes when the what do you call devas and asuras, they were churning the ocean. So comes out Uchrishtava. So greatest horse. The Arabian horse is the strongest, but this is a great horse. Very, very strong horse. This is Bali Maharaj used this horse. And lordly elephant, Airavata. This is Airavata elephant, comes out from this churning also. This is elephant, Airavata become Indra's what do you call? Transport, Vaganam. And then the cow, Surabhi cow is not in the picture. A Surabhi cow is a desiring. So the Surabhi cow can give unlimited milk, Surabhi cow. And serpent Vasuki, so Vasuki very strong. they use the Mandara mountain to churn and the Vasuki, the serpent. It's a very strong serpent, Vasuki, and many hood Nagas. Is Ananta Sesh. So Ananta Sesh is a Naga putting under. Actually, is a Ananda Sesha is not different from Balaram. So it's in the bottom of the universe, holding the entire universe. So fishes, among the fish is a shark. Shark is the strongest fish in the sea. And
Prabhu, Ananta is Seshnag, same, is it?
yeah, Ananda Shesh. This is Ananda Shesh. Yeah. Nag. Yeah, 6 Nag, same. Ananda Sesha.
Thank you.
Fish is a shark, is a beast, is a lion. Lion is the strongest in the beast as an animal among the animals. And among the birds, Garuda, you can see Garuda is a super duper fly because it's the Garuda carry Vishnu. You know. So like these philosophical truth, I have senses, I'm a mind, Krishna say of the living entity, I'm the super soul, poetry, I'm Gayatri, a letter A, compound words, a dual compound, a science, a spiritual science of self, logician is the conclusive of truth, Samaveda hymns is a Riyat Sama. So the mind, higher than the mind, mind is the controlling of the senses. So higher than the senses is the mind. Mind will control the senses. So the living entity is a super soul. So living entity, heart, Krishna as a super soul. So it's describing Gayatri mantra is a poetry is a Gayatri mantra. It's a letter A, the first beginning. The compound, the combination of the letter is a dual compound. The science is a spiritual science of self-realization, realizing yourself. That's it. Logician is a conclusive of the truth, and Samaveda is a Vyat Sama. So all these opulences of Krishna, and also Krishna mentioning the Vedic mantra, vibrations. I am the transcendental Om. Om is also transcendental, impersonal, transcendental form of the Lord. Om. And then sacrifice is a chanting of the holy name. Sacrifice the holy name. And Vedas in the Samaveda. So Krishna says. So Yagna Jabo Yagno Smin. Krishna says Yagna. So chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sound like I'm a sacrifice chanting. So Krishna showing us all these opulences in this chapter. So we recap on this chapter. We understand understanding of Krishna. How we understand. So the qualification to hear about Krishna is you have to be what we should be. Qualification. What is the qualification to hear about Krishna?
Friend and envious, not envious.
Yes, non-envious and friend. We have seen this is a friend. Definition. We also seen a definition of Bhagavan. His beauty, his strength, his enunciation, his fame. All these are opulence of Krishna. We have seen, and then we are seen also the Chatushloki, the summary of the entire Gita in the Chatushloki. Krishna's opulence and benefit knowing them, and how does worship Krishna and Krishna and reciprocating the pure devotees, and Krishna give us a requirement, intelligence, and special mercy of the Lord given. As seen, and Arjuna's declarations. What did Arjuna declare? Arjuna accepted Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, and a great sage also confirmed this. Okay. Now Krishna's opulence. So Krishna opulence mentioned here, different opulences. Lord Krishna mentioned a few of his unlimited opulence, seeing Krishnas everywhere. So that's how we see the material nature, the sage, how we can remember Krishna through different view of, we are seeing how we see the nature and everything that is surrounding us. Okay? We supposed to chant one round today. We wanted to start but the time's already 8:30.
Prabhu, I have to leave already. I have another class.
Yeah, so we can conclude here, I think, yeah.
Okay,
Anybody
thank
like
you.
to chant? Mataji can, yeah, you can excuse me, baby. So anyone like to chant together or one round? Let's take 11 minutes with the Prabhupada chanting. Or you want to take questions or you want to end here? What, any response? So, all silent.
Chant.
Chant, huh?
Chant.
Chant.
Okay,
Prabhu.
chant, huh? Okay,
Yes.
those who like to chant, we can chant together. Get your beats. So you get your beats. This is a chanting beats, 108 beats. I'm going to show you how to chant. Can he see me? All right. Okay, this is 108 beats. So we chant like this. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Giradhara Siva Shadikora Bhakti. Then we come down, we count 108 beats. So like this, like this. So we come, bring it down. Down means your in your side, huh? You have to bring down. Okay. So I will start the count. So if you have any questions towards the end of this section, I can show you nicely. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakti. So this proper chanting will be there, so we can follow. Prabhupada will be chanting together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna. So,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
they chant and be happy. Very nice by chanting. It's very nice to chant.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare.
So, because this Yuga Dharma, by simply chanting Hare Krishna mantra,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Mr. Siva Prabhu, you have to mute yourself. So we get the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12 cantos. So all the stories we are telling, all this in the Srimad Bhagavatam is none different from Krishna. So it's Lord incarnated in the form of the literature, Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the ripened fruits of the Vedic trees. So nice, we can purchase the Srimad Bhagavatam. And we have Gita kit. You can get this. Also, make sure you are done your quiz in order to get a certificate. And this is our HQ. Any question, answer? So,
Thank you, Prabhu. I have to leave. Thank you so much.
okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much for your kind patience.
Sure, no worries.
So
Bye.
tomorrow we will see in universal form, Vishwarupa, chapter 11 tomorrow.
But tomorrow is Saturday.
Oh, sorry, it's not tomorrow.
Monday.
Monday.
Monday, yes, the next session. Tomorrow,
Okay.
after tomorrow will be off.
Okay. Okay.
Sunday, Sunday I have a level 2. Level 2 students. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay,
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna
Good
Prabhu.
night.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Bye.
Night.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Santa Ananda. Who's this?
Yes.
Who's this, Mataji?
Hare Krishna.
Can I, where are you from, Mataji? First time or?
Yeah, first time.
Oh, where you got this link?
I don't know. Somebody sent me lah. I
Where
think
you,
Siva. I think.
huh?
Oh. Siva.
I see. Where you from?
Ampang.
Oh, Ampang. Okay. So you joining halfway. So we are already in the chapter 10. Okay, anyway, Monday you can come. So you got the link, the Gita Gyan link? No, you're not registered, huh? Are you registered, Mataji?
No.
Oh, not registered, huh? So if you are registered means you can get all the certificates. But anyway, Nauman, you can hear. You can later the fourth batch you can register. Then you will able to get full chapters you can cover.
Okay.
Now we are already in the chapter 10. But you can be here, so okay, no problem. Every Monday to Friday we have this session, 7:30 to 8:30.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay. Okay. Right. Right.
So this next will be Monday. 2 days off, then Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Tomorrow and day after also. So you can join. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.